So I am trying to decide if I want to repaint over this one or get a bigger one. I have some paint I want to get rid of. So what I don't want to do, now this is old enough that it should not lift, but my fear is, what if it lifts? You know? It shouldn't. It really, 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 really shouldn't. But that's not always mattered. So, I don't know. Well, if it does lift, I'm just gonna scrape it and probably just give up for the night. Alright. So I'm going to pour and then I'm going to swipe but I think I'm gonna just swipe some colors over one another. Welcome back. Alright, so I was just trying to figure out what colors. Why isn't this? Oh, I turned it sideways. Okay. So I was trying to figure out what colors I am going to swirl in and what I'm going to swipe. So I'm going to swipe the purple, the gold. Maybe I'll do purple, gold, purple. That's what I'll swipe. Purple, gold, purple. Or will I swipe purple, gold, black? Purple, gold, purple. And then lavender maybe. I don't know. Because I do have a lavender here. But I'm going to pour. This is another cloud pour. I'm trying to get rid of my paints. It's not a everything but the kitchen sink. It's not everything but the kitchen sink. Not sink. Sink. But it is some leftover paint that I have. So I'm going to get rid of it. The last time I did it, I realized after that I didn't put down enough, because you need to have your cloud pour to make the clouds. So I'll save some of this, but have to make sure I have enough down. Okay, so that's enough. That is enough. And I'm going to pour this. Now this is going to be weird and different because this is a mix of color, clouds, mix, and just everything. But it's okay. So I'm going to put this down. And then I'm going to, did I say I was going to swirl? Yes. As you can probably look and tell, this is extra that I scraped up. But it's got a purple tint to it, so we're going to make it do what it do. I'm sweating so bad. I just made a really pretty painting, so there's no need for me to be nervous. Yet I am so nervous that I'm sweating. Why do people say sweat like a bulldog? I don't, do dogs actually sweat? I don't know. As I say that to you, I'm wiping the bulldog sweat. Yeah, I get nervous. Okay, so now what I want to do is swipe. And I'm going to, I think I said I wanted to swipe some black. This is just to create some designs. So I'll do a little. Okay. See the little pearls coming through. And because I am going to be swiping some color, I don't want to do too much. I have to buy some more swipe knives, some more palette knives. And I think I said I wanted to. I guess I'll swirl some of these over. There's some nice green in there that just, it didn't show in the pearl that I scraped it from. Not the pearl, the painting that I scraped it from. And it's, as you see, not necessarily showing here either. Look at that, look at that. Nice reactions. Now I do want some negative space. But I want negative space. I'm gonna plant my negative space now. So when I'm pouring off, I did a painting and I thought that the whole mix and blend was gonna come out nice and I was gonna appreciate it. And then I was like, darn, had I known. So now I'm not like this. It looked like that and I did not appreciate it at all. So I'm not going to take a chance with this. I'm going to put the color that I want to see. And I'm going to try not to swipe through those. Alright, so now, having said that, I do need to swipe. And I want to make sure that I swipe somewhere that's not going to pour off either at all or mostly. So I think for this one, because I've done so much extra, I'm only going to swipe 2 colors. So okay. I think I'm just going to do the purple and the gold. Yeah, I have to get another knife. I think I want to take this. What do I want to do? And I'm not using a swipe catalyst. As you see, I am just taking what's there on for a ride. So let me bring this through. I hate to mess that up, but it'd be like that sometimes. I'm gonna stop. It's a nice reaction. Notice I'm keeping it in the middle. I already know what that's going to turn out like. Knowing that some of it may go off whether I don't want it to or not. So some of that purple that you see, I'm not going to swipe because I want some negative space. Meaning I want all one color. Like I want that to be a nice purple blob and a nice maybe gold blob or something. So what I will do is I'll not swipe over it. When I swipe, you notice I get those cells, and some lacing. So I won't swipe over it, so that when I stretch it out, this hopefully opens up and doesn't drown. It's quite heavy, so it's a possibility it could just sink through. Yes, that's me wiping my sweat again. Decisions. I honestly feel like how about we take this here. Knowing some of that may come off. Can't be helped. But we may be able to make some clouds here. And then sometimes when you're swiping, it gets good to you because, usually when you paint with the brush, it takes you longer. So you really don't want it to be over and you just keep swiping and swiping. But what happens is you end up, especially if you're like me, where you like the negative space, like you want to see some gold and some purple, but by the time you finish doing all of the swiping, you don't have anything left. just want to go over this right here. That's going to be a nice cloud, but I think it's going to get poured off. I'll start pouring off down here because I don't have a lot of, I don't have a lot going on down there. Like, see, I have a lot here. I'm trying to decipher. Okay, the gold over the white is giving me cells. This is that lavender. Let me see something. I just want to see if the lavender is giving me cells. If it is, I'll see it because I just swiped it over the white. I think I need another one of those because I have that, I feel like I need another one. I do have something happening there and I have that there, but this could possibly pour off. I need something like that happening right up in here. I don't know if this will do it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. No, that's a cloud getting ready to come through with that gold. Maybe I'll do it this way. Let's see what happens. I don't think so. Oh, I saw a little perk right there. A little percolation. Like, I know that that's gold. Unless, because there's some silver mixed in here. In one of the colors. I think it's in this color. Alright, you want another? Oops! I wiped it on my sweat towel. Okay. I have some black here. So the black only over the white. So then let's take it. Over the white. Let's put that gold. Yeah, I don't like that. So the purple's not reacting. And the reason why I think the purple's not reacting is because there's no white. Alright, I'm gonna spin this around. This is just to let some air hit it, see, so some cells can open up. I hate that that's right there. Oh my God, it needs to be in the middle. I may have to swipe as much as I wanted that gold because I want some cells. I'm not getting reaction. See, they're opening up more. These are getting wider. The black is opening up a little more. The white is starting to cloud, even right here. So this was a boo-boo. So I'm going to pour off there first. That is so gorgeous. I hate that it's there. That was me taking the gold. Okay, so that was me taking the gold and the purple, but I think I took it over white. So let me So I'm gonna take this golden purple right here. See, cells coming. Take it over the white. The only reason why I didn't take it over some of the white is because I do want some clouds. So what I'm gonna do is put that there. My gold has some purple in it. And I'm going to swipe back over the white. Bring it back over that way. See, it's open. And my last two pours, the purple opened up with the white, and this one, it must be a little too thick because it's not reacting at all. Alright, I think it's time. I have my negative space, I have my cells, cells. There's a lot in the middle. I'll push this here to help it pour off. Okay. Alright, the swipe tools are here. We're done swiping. It's time to pour. I had to take off my gold earring. Let's just hope it doesn't get messed up. Let's take some of this off here. Put it there. Alright. I just realized or remembered that I painted over a canvas that I had before, so it's a good thing that I'm hurrying up, because soon this paint will lift the paint that's under it. Let's take a little more of that off. You have to make these decisions. So I want that off on that side so that I can save some of those cells. Okay, let's take a look. I didn't want those big gigantor cells in the middle, but what you gonna do? All of this is gonna pour off on the end, so this is turning out pretty good. I just knew I wanted to do a cloud pour, and I knew I wanted some negative space, which is again that, you know, straight colors. I see some people have like a lot of swipe in between. Like, I don't want that. If I can, because I know I have to pour some off, I'm gonna try to pour a lot of this off with hopes I don't lose that, because that's a lot of nice cells down there. And if you missed it, I step away every second to wipe my sweat because I'm so nervous. And when I get nervous, I sweat. And I'm so nervous. I don't like anything over here. I'm actually wondering. Okay. I'm gonna bring some of this back so it's not so stretching. I don't have a lot of time because remember, I'm gonna have to put some more paint down there. So because I don't like any of that, I'm gonna come across with the purple, put it where I want it. We're going to do the same with the gold. I like all of that. I already saw on the other painting how that turned out. It wasn't bad, it's just not what I wanted. So I'm positioning the paint where I know I want it, or where I want to see it, but I gotta be careful because I hate wasting. This gold is so expensive. It's not like crazy expensive, but compared to the other paints, it's expensive. Oh my God, I just dripped. I sweat on my painting. That happened to me last year. I sweat on my painting, a drop. And you would not believe, it made the prettiest pearl. Well, hopefully it does it this time because it sure left a dark pearl. I don't know, can you see it? It's right there. No, you can't see it. It's back here. Okay. Alright, so we want the paint to go off that end. And I gotta go slow, so that I can control it. And I gotta make sure I leave enough to come back. Let's bring it back. Dang, I hated that. See that lavender purple? I wouldn't mind a little here and there, but I don't want a lot of it. So now I'm just bringing it back because down this end, a lot of it is really stretched. And I don't like that look. But now it's stretched down there, so I'm gonna take it back just a little. And then take a look at it. Let me move this forward so you can see the whole thing. Alright. I'm going to take a scan around to see if there's any part I can't live with. I like it, but this side over here is really stretched, so I'm going to take it back that end. Actually, I don't like that, so I'm going to scrape that off. And instead of making it make it that color. Put a little gold in some spots. And now I'm gonna, oh God, I have several slants and I have to decide which slant I don't like the most. Do I not like this one that's slanting that way? Or do I not like this one that's slanting this way? This one is fine because it has gold. But if I tilt it back that way, then it'll stretch out more. This will also, this is really stretched. It'll go back in, it'll close up some. But if I do it this way, let's try to see if we can get this to straighten out first. Just a little. And then let's try to, alright. I don't really want to pour any off. I just want to make it so that that's not so stretched. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just messing around, and that's when I start to, oop, see, almost sweat. Almost dropped sweat on it. Alright, we're done. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Alright, let's turn it so you can see. This is the finished. Trying to move it over so you can see the whole painting. And then I gotta be careful because my forehead is filled with sweat. I don't like this thing down here. I shouldn't have said I was done. I don't like this corner. I like that because it's different. This one is I'm gonna spin it to level the paint out, and then that'll make this paint come off the edge. My sides are good. Sometimes the corners don't get paint, so you have to take your hand under the bottom of the canvas to get some of the paint that's the same color, because it drips off, and then you put it on the sides, and that's what I'm doing now, because it just drips right down. So if you want the exact paint in that spot, you just go right under the bottom. Oh, these clouds. So this is a cloud pour, and it's with a cloud mix, and it's with Floetrol, and that creates these puffy clouds. And the way that it is doing right here, oh my God. You can look at it now and tell that when it dries, it's going to have this really fluffy cloud look, almost like cotton balls. It's thick in some spots and it's light in the other. It has lacing from the gold. I don't know how that's going to turn out, because you see it's the gold lacing there, and then it kind of blends. So we'll see, but I could always touch it up. If I go messing with it now, which I have done it in the past, I could mess it up and not like it later. I really wish that I could tilt it, but I'll lose. I don't mind if I had to lose some of that. I just hate losing gold. That's how expensive it is. I hate losing it. And I don't want to stretch these too much. These have been stretched out of proportion. Let me see if I go that way. If I go this way. Okay, if I spin this way, I think it'll blow, maybe turn those back. Let's see. I did it a little bit. I just gotta be careful, because every time I spin, some comes off. You don't see it, but it does. See, these are straightening up some air is hitting them, and it's making more cells come up. There's a drip over here, you probably can't see it, but where I poured the paint, let me turn. Where I poured the paint, right here, it's dropping off. Because when I spent it, more clouds are coming where I put the paint. The pressure and the chemistry and the different colors, especially the gold. Ooh, I just dropped sweat. So I'm gonna spin it slow. It's kind of straightening up. It's making that stand up a little straighter. I gotta be careful. It made this stand up straighter, and that's fine, because it made it stand up straighter, and it brought some more pearls and cells up through the blue. And if I keep on, you'll see more come here. You see a little gold popped up there? I like it when the colors I want pop up. That little grayish, it popped up. It's like, no, go away. Who wants you? We don't want you. But it's okay, because it brings out, I just love negative space when it's just all one color. So I'm pleased. I'm going to spin one more time slowly, but that's just to get this excess paint off. Matter of fact, let me help it along. Because I don't want to, one time I spent one time too many, and I didn't even spin it hard, but it took off a part that I was in love with. So I was like, all right, let me not spin again. All right, so this is it. See, there was some white cloud mix under there, and it perked through. Just spinning it. If I spin it one more time or a couple more times, see that popped up. It'll more white that's under the bottom will just surface. It'll come through the gold. It'll come through the purple. Now, where I would love for it to come through is these grayish, purplish, dark shades, but it won't. Well, it'll make these, well, I guess I will spin it. I'll spin it slow though. It'll make more white come through here, and it'll look more like this, more of a nice cloud pour, nice and fluffy. So I'll just go slow. It'll get the excess paint off and contribute to my clouds. That one's clouding up more, but the more that I spin it, some gold is trying to come through. And it could look nice, but it could look crazy. So I'm going to stop because you see these are stretching out more. And it's fine, but they're already going to do their thing. The ones that I, remember I said some more will pop up? Look, 1, 2, and a couple of tiny ones. And I didn't even spin it hard. Look, some popping up through the gold. That's chemistry. I use Floetrol and it just mixes, makes this really pretty cloud pour. So that's it. I'm done. This is done. Let me try to turn this a little bit so you see the full painting. That's it. And I'm going to wipe off, clean up my sides, and take this over there so it can dry. I might even just leave it up here on the table so it can dry. And then I'm done. I'm done for the night. Thanks for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already. Do comment. I'm not going to make this live right away. Will I? I don't know. We'll see. I'll see how long it is. I usually try to wait. I have like around maybe 7 other ones. And then I put some up every couple of days. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other paintings, some of my shorts, some of my longer ones. Comment, and please support. Thank you for joining me, and be blessed. Have a good week.